Hey everyone, so welcome back to the second video of the Cpanel tutorial series. So if you have not watched the first video, you can find the link in the description. It was the introduction video where I showed you some basic functions of Cpanel. And now in this second tutorial, I will be covering this topic, file section. I will in detail cover all the functions of this file section. So let's start. Okay, so after logging into your Cpanel, you will see the first section. So let's start with file manager. Just click on it. So basically this as the name says, it is used to manage all the files uploaded on your hosting account. So what you can do is after you click it, this is the file manager. You can see it here, Cpanel file manager, and here on the left sidebar you can see all the directories available in your hosting account. So the dot directory, this will contain system files and things like that. So depending on your system configuration, how your hosting provider configure your account, you can see this my website smarthelpguides.com directory is outside this public HTML folder. So some hosting providers configure their servers to place all the public websites inside this public HTML folder. So by default, if you cannot find all your main website file will be available in this public HTML folder. You can click on the plus icon, so you won't need to explore these directories. These do not contain anything useful for you. The main important directory for you is this public HTML directory. So you can click on this plus icon to expand it, and this will show you all the other directories inside all the subdirectories inside this main directory. Okay, and so let's collapse it. You can just click on the minus, and so let's this is my website smarthelpguides.com. so I will just expand it here and I will show you this is the website I'm currently working on. So let's go back here, and so these are all the directories. Let's just click on it, and on the right side it will load all the subdirectories and files inside this main directory here. And from here what you can do is if you want, you can create a new file here. Okay, just keep selected. So if you click on this file, so for example this, you can just name it like test.txt. okay, and then click on create file, and you can see here it is the test file. Our test file is here, so you can view it. You can just right click on it to view it, edit it, move, copy, rename, change permissions, and all other functions. For example, let's edit it. After creating file, obviously you would need to edit it to put any content in here. So this is a test new file, so you can just edit whatever you want to, and then click on save changes and then close it. Okay, so if you want, you can view how it looks here, and you will see this it will look here, and on your website you can find this by /test.txt. see, you can see we can access our txt file. So this is a txt file, a test file. So I hope you have been able to follow it till here. So now what we can do is we can also create a folder in this subdirectory. We have selected this directory, so clicking on this to create a new folder, it will be created inside this directory. So let's try this. Just click on this and then test new folder, test new. Okay, this, let's name it this directory test new. Then click on create new folder. Okay, and you can see this the directory has been created, and you can then go inside this directory and create files, subdirectories by click or anything, or you can just upload any file if you want. Just click on upload, then select the file you want to upload. So basic, whatever you want, that's it. And then click on here, go back, and it has been uploaded to this directory. So now let's see if it is available here. Test new. After every directory you have to enter a slash, and then the file name, it was cpanel. Let's go 1.png. Okay, I will rename it because it contains a space, so I will add underscore here. Okay, and remove any space. Okay, to rename it you can either just click on it like you do on your normal desktop PC, or you can right click it and do it from here, rename option. So now let's reload it. The image should load, and you can see this is the image I just uploaded. So let's go back here and up one level, and if you want to move any file if you created inside a wrong directory, you can move it, copy it to the right directory also. So to do so, just select the file. For example, I will select this test file and then right click it, or you can see all the available options here: copy, move, upload, download, delete, rename, edit, permissions. So let's copy this, and then here select the directory where you want to copy it. So I want to copy it to /test new. This directory we just created. So now let's see if the file has been copied there. You can see this file is available here, and it should also be available here. So okay, so I have basically covered this, how to create a new file, new folder, and upload files and rename files. So now let's move on to the important part, that is this permissions. So this permissions are very essential, and it's very important that all your files have correct permissions, because if you have given extra permissions, wrong permissions, it can result in your website getting hacked, or it can break your website. Your visitors will not be able to access your website. For example, I will show you. Let me change permissions. What you can do is right click it, then click on change permissions, and you can read here, user is allowed to read, write it, and group and world is only allowed to read this file. So let's not allow world and group to read it anymore, and see what it does. And click on change permissions and then reload it. Okay, it's still working. So let's edit it. Change permissions. Let's make it 000. Okay. Test.txt. Test. Okay, you can see here the txt file is not loading because I've also changed its permission. The image file was probably available in the cache of the browser, so it was loading despite I have revoked the permissions. So maybe if we try to reload it, okay, it's still loading because maybe it's from the cache, but you can see the txt file is not loading. And now let's fix the permissions. If you want to select you can change permissions or multiple files at once. You can just select all and then change permissions. Let's make it to 644, then change permissions. Okay, permissions have been changed, and let's try to again reload it, and you can see the txt file has been we are able to access the txt file. So I hope you have been able to follow it till here. I am teaching it a bit slow, so, or if you think I am teaching it a bit fast, please post in the comments. I would love to know your feedback. Okay, so and all your directories should be always have the 755 permission. So, and all your files should have 644 permission, except some files like for WordPress I configured wp-config.php as 600, as not everyone needs to access it. It should not be available for the visitors. So, and it gives extra hacking protection against hacking for WordPress website. So basically this is the file manager, and you can see all the permissions, everything here. And now another important thing is you can see here these htaccess files. These are hidden files, and so sometimes what happens is this will not show here because of this setting. I will again show you here. Just go to settings, and by default it is like this, and the show hidden files is not ticked, so I will save it here. So by default it looks like this. You cannot see the htaccess file and all the directories here. See, I told you those directories are not very useful. You won't really need to mess with them. So this is how it is set by default, but you would need to edit the htaccess files for various reasons. So if you want to edit it and you cannot see it, what you have to do is go to settings and then click on this option, tick it, show hidden files, and click on save. Okay, so I think I have covered the file manager, and now let's close this tab and go back to the main cpanel menu. Now let's go to the second option, directory privacy. So let's click that, open it in a new tab, and here you can see basically the description here. It allows you to set a password to a directory, so not everyone can access it, and to access it it would require username and password. So now let's first let's select the folder or directory you want to protect. So now let's click on this smarthelpguides.com. I don't want to protect this directory. Okay, I will just go back here, and I want to protect this test new directory. Okay, so select that and then take here password protect this directory, enter a name of the okay, I will set it like auth required, and select this test, password is test 123. Okay, test 123. Okay, now then first click on save here, and okay, I'm not sure the user was generated. Let's set it again here, test 123, test 123. Okay, password do not match, test 123, and then save it here. And okay, so now let's go back, and now let's try to access this directory. We have password protected it, so it should not be accessible. Okay, and let's see. Okay, WhatsApp WordPress I think is not allowing us to access it. So you can also set the password by which the method I prefer is with the htaccess file. It's much better, and it requires much less steps. You don't have to log into this and everything. So okay, for some reason it is not working. Well, anyways, let's again check here. And okay, well, it is not working right now. So but you have shown you how this function work, but you won't really need it very frequently, so do not worry about it. Possibly WordPress is just showing the 404 error. And okay, so now let's close this. It is not very important. And the third option is disk usage, so just select it, and this will show all the directories in your hosting account and the disk space they are taking. So you can see the most disk space has been taken by my Smart Help Guides folder, 532 MB, and the other and second is 64 MB by public HTML folder. It also sorry, it also contains a WordPress installation which is not public, so don't try to access it anyway. So what how you can use this is, say, let's see, it is showing 668 MB total disk space used, and this is my quota to 20 GB. So you can see it's much my disk usage is much less than my approved quota. So but in case if you have a low quota, or if your disk usage space is a lot, or for some reason your disk usage is really high, you can use this tool to sorry, find out which directory is taking the most space, and then find out which files are, and you can delete unnecessary files, or find a different solution. But and it's really useful if you to help you to find which directory is actually taking the space. So now let's go back, and then the fourth option is web disk. Well, it's not really important and it's kind of advanced, so you won't really need it. And this the important is FTP account. FTP accounts are really important feature, and please be careful please pay attention to this part. So basically what happens is to access all your files, you, instead of logging into Cpanel, what you can do is use a FTP client like FileZilla. So it's free. You just go to Google and search for FileZilla, and then you will see in this option FileZilla project. It's just download the file, whichever, for Windows, for all other platforms this is, and install. It's pretty easy and simple, self-explanatory, so I won't show you the download and installation, and anyway I have already installed this. So now let's go back to Cpanel and just create a username. So let's say and this is very important that you need keep a strong password, so that not unauthorized people cannot access your files, else if anyone can hack your FTP account, your website is gone. So to create a new username, you can just select your admin FTP, and I'll select this. Okay, so for my test password, I will use the password generator, and copy it here. Okay, and you can select the quota, just keep it to unlimited, and then click on create FTP account, and this is the directory of FTP. So let's just create an account here, and then after you have downloaded the FileZilla client, I will show you how it's done. FileZilla. Okay, just click on OK here, and here let's put the password first, and to configure it, you can click on this option, configure FTP client, and here you will see the FTP username, and just put it here. username, and copy this and paste it here. Put port 21. It's showing here, it's available here, port 21. So it is also showing some this configuration file which you can also use, but this is much simpler method. So you can see here it is trying to connect to the website, and okay, I think I'm using Cloudflare and this domain is not configured for my account. Okay, so I won't be able to access it, but that's basically how you use this function. And I will just delete this account also. Just be careful when deleting this because you may delete your entire directory, so make sure you have backups, and it's really important to keep backups anyway. Before making any changes, always keep a backup. So let's go back to the home, and now this FTP connections, it will show all the connections. And this, so if you think there's some malicious activity going on, you can use this page to find out if someone has accessing your website with FTP connection without your permission, and block them. So currently it is showing no connection as no one is connected to my server. So let's go back, and this is the backup function. It's pretty simple and safe, and it will be different for every hosting provider. So I'll just show you here how it works. Basically this is simple. This is the download full backup. It will contain all your configurations, like all subdomain, add-on domain, email, forwarding, everything, home directory, MySQL database, a full backup which you can restore on cPanel. So and this the partial backups. It will contain all your directories backup on the home folder, home directory, and you can download individual database backups, and you can use this to restore, and that's basically simple. And so what I would recommend you is to always keep this home directory, this SQL database, and email forwarding database separately, and also keep a main full backup, because restoring full backup you cannot do it on your own. As you can see, there's no option to restore the full backup on your own, but you can restore this partial backups on your own. So that's why it's important to keep these partial backups. Okay, and so now let's go back to the home menu. For restoring this full backup, you will have to contact your hosting provider, and they can then restore the backup. Okay, now let's go select this the option. Well, it may not be available, but it's the same backup option, so now I will not again show it. And this is the get version control. Well, it's a bit advanced option and probably you won't really need it, so I will skip it for now and maybe create a different tutorial entirely for it. So, and this is the inodes usage. So what inodes is, it means all the files, folders, images, every object on your hosting account. So basically you can every hosting provider has limits of inodes allowed on their server, like the disk space usage allowed. Inodes usage is also there is a limit for it. You can see here it's the file usage. You can see here this is the 300,000 inodes is allowed on my account, and I'm currently using 13,571, so well below my limit. And basically that's what it is, and you can just see it, just click it to see the details, and you can see this is the total number of inodes, and here's a list of all the inodes directory wise, subdirectory wise. So it's basically for seeing, and there's you don't have to really do a lot. Same like disk usage, it helps you find where most of the files are stored or where a lot of files are stored for troubleshooting or any other purpose. So for this video I will just end it here, and in the next video I will cover the database section. So make sure to subscribe, and if I have already uploaded it, you can check the link in the description. You can find the playlist description, and it will contain all the current existing videos of this series. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and please post your feedback and how I can improve it, if I should make this more slow, or if I should teach you show things more quickly. Okay, just post in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.